Okay, today we are going to do a light power washing and a quick stain on this pergola. It does have a couple of little repairs around the base, and I'm going to cut some trim to take care of that. We're going to use Durham's rock hard putty, water putty, to actually go around and do that today. Let it kind of dry so we can work tomorrow. I'm probably not going to bring out the big power washer on this. We're probably going to use just the small electric one. I don't want to tear too much up, because it just looks like it needs a light cleaning. Once it's stained, it's going to look great. Okay, so the Durham's rock putty, rock hard water putty, the trick to it is not to make it too thick. So you need just a little bit of water at a time. It's very powdery. So I'll pour some of the powder in, about like that to start, and you need just very little water. So if I can get a little started here. About like that, just to start. I like to use a paddle mixer, like a cake mixer, and I just simply move it around. We're going to do a little more because I have a pretty big patch there. And let's add a little water. See what that does. And you can see it looks very peanut buttery. You can even use a knife like this to mix it if you like, if you do not have a regular little paddle mixer. I've already kind of cleaned this out pretty good. It looks decent. We're going to build it up. We'll leave it a little proud so that we can sand. Now, you don't want to sand too much here because this is rough zone, so you will look smooth. All right, guys, we put the basic filler in all the way around, and we left it a little proud in some of the areas so that we can come back and sand tomorrow and make it look perfect all the way around. This stuff, I'm telling you, it dries extremely hard. It is paintable and it is stainable. So we will be back tomorrow to see if we can get all of this complete. All right, guys, it's the next day, and it is another hot and humid day. I have already blanketed everything. The customer helped a little bit. We even tarped the pool to keep all the oils out of the pool. We're going to go ahead and take some pickets, and we're going to cut some new bases to go around the base, get those on, and then I'm going to spray. Now, I did go ahead earlier this morning and power wash. When you do a power wash on something like this, it's already stained, you can either use a chemical cleaner or power wash lightly. And if you'll go ahead and wet everything down first and then come back and do it again, you'll be able to take off that outer layer. You just kind of want to get rid of some of the gray. You do not want to strip all the way down. You do not want to shred the wood. That's what will happen with power washer if you hit it too hard. Okay, guys, if you've never done this before, just to give you an idea, your saw is going to have a twist in the back if you use a miter. Some are doubles, so you can go both sides, which makes it a little quicker. But you're going to go all the way over to the 45 with the red gauge here. Okay, you're 45, and I will make my first cut. Just cut off my first edge. Then I simply take a measure like this, measure over to my 6 inches right here, make a mark, and then I cut at 45. Now you will have to rotate the board from side to side if you have a single miter like I have here. Now that I have this, I've already got one side cut here, I can simply put this on here like so and mark it, or I can do the same thing I did a while ago. I can just take this here right at the edge on the inside cut, go to my 6, make a little cut or a little mark here. And this one is actually going to be facing just right. I line the saw blade up just where it's going to cut at the marks I just made. Make sure that you are pushed all the way up against the fence. And let's see where we are. That should be right at 6. And we are perfectly at 6. So we are going to repeat this several times and get ready to start putting them on. And we'll do the same thing on the short ones. We're going to take the short ones, cut them the exact same way. A couple of quick tips though when it comes to staining and if there's any rain in the forecast. Most of the seals will tell you that they are pretty well ready to go as soon as you get them on. It's hard to get it off even with water. But say for instance, Ready Seal, which is what we're putting on today, they say about 2 to 3 hours. It's rain ready and fully cures in 24 to 48 hours. So even if it's got a rainy forecast, you can generally still get stain on pretty quickly. Same thing with latex paints, it goes on pretty quick. Oil-based paints, I like to have 24 hours with no rain at all after I've applied it to make sure that it sets up properly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get these mounted real quick, and then we are going to start staining. So let's do it. All right, guys, there you go. It is actually done. Now, a little pro tip, leave plastic down for a little while because it is going to drip for a while, especially something like this. And if there's rain coming, it'll set up, like I said, in 2 to 3 hours, but you may still get a little runoff. So you want to have a lot of plastic or tarps and things down for a while. Now, this is about 2.5 coats. We put on 7 gallons of paint. We use the Graco sprayer and a 417 tip. I'll leave the links to those in the description. But overall, guys, I think it has turned out very well. This has been quite a while since this one was stained. That's why it took so much, stain, and it can actually use more. I left about a gallon to go around and do touch up and really bring the wood. You can see it's a different color back here because it's going to take 2 or 3 coats to get it dark like this. One other thing to keep in mind, even though we put plastic on, we still have a little bit of oil residue. I can see it on the top. We're fixing to turn back on the pump, see if we can get that cleaned out. Be sure that if you've got water nearby that you are tarping the water to try to keep as much of that oil out as you can. If you're not a subscriber, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ring that little bell notification button so you know about all the upcoming projects as I release them. And if you're not part of our newsletter, look for that in the description as well. We give all kinds of great DIY tips, tricks, and even cost and future sneak peeks of things coming up. So I hope you learned a little something from today, and we will see you guys on the next project.